Hello, my dear, wonderful friends, families, and those whom I don't know. Whoever is listening, it is up on the internet, it's on the YouTube. Whoever is listening and you liking it, tune in. Welcome to RDK Podcast, New York. Okay? So, you guys must be wondering what is RDK, all right? So this is where you guys are tuning in. RDK means revolutionary, something that brings revolution, something that is outside of the box, something that didn't happen for a very long time, but finally is going to happen and change the whole entire future. That's what the definition of revolution is. For example, French Revolution. For example, revolution in Iran. All right. For example, revolution here in America in 1965 between blacks and whites. Okay. So revolution that changes the entire future. All right. So that is the first pillar of the podcast. The second pillar, D, detoxifying, meaning whatever you have accumulated, picked up, or adopted to that happened to you unconsciously and you were programmed somehow negatively from here and there through your childhood, through your upbringing, pick up from here and there and there and there and from all over the place, and you didn't know, and somehow it has happened to you, and now you need to get rid of those things. It's time to reprogram the mind. So detoxification for the whole entire system, mind, soul, and body, through the knowledge. That is revolutionary. All right. So far you got it, right? Then the last, K, knowledge. Very simple. R, revolutionary. D, detoxifying. K, knowledge. The knowledge that is so revolutionary that will detoxify you. And once you're detoxified, then I have another outer meaning to it. Like I said, I dissect things inner and outer, spiritually and physically. Okay. Scientifically, and then through the wisdom, philosophically. I balance the both. So I also, when I'm creating a brand, I'm creating a logo, I must put the foundation that has inner meaning and outer meaning. That is a law of duality. Law of duality, physical and unseen, night and dark, right? Health, disease, right? Or unwellness, right? And you'll see that everything has its opposite things to balance it. It's a law of duality. It's a law of duality. I've already told you, law of duality. And according to law of duality, everything is like outer and inner. All right. So you must balance it and apply that law every day. So that's what I do. So I had to give this brand a outer meaning too. So what is outer meaning? R, reverse and rewind. Reverse yourself, rewind yourself, meaning detoxify, reverse yourself. And then direct yourself again. D, direct yourself again. Towards the kingdom where you want to be the king. All right. So that's the meaning behind the RDK. So now you know where you guys tuning in. I don't know about you, but I love this idea, and this idea was not mine. This idea was I had to swim up there somewhere in the universe to pick up ideas. That's how creative people do, inventors do. They pick up ideas from the universe and then they apply it. That's what creativity in the world is called. And this is why the creative people are the highest top paid people in the world, in the industry. Why? Because they're creators. They are creators. It doesn't matter what type of creator, but they are creator. All right? Either they invented a product or a service or a information in a form of intellectual property. All right? So it all comes from creativity, guys. So develop that side of yours. So today is basically welcome to podcast, RDK podcast, okay? From New York. Like I've explained the meaning of it, so I'm not going to say the whole thing and waste time on that. You got it, okay? So, welcome, guys. I hope everything is well. Your loved ones and your family and yourself and your distant friends all around the world, whoever you know, I hope that they all are doing wonderful and they're fantastic and living and dancing to the rhythm of life and not tiptoeing to the edges of their deaths. all right, to their lives. I don't want anyone, if you know someone like that, pick them up, set them up, send them the podcast or something. All right, something that you like. Forget if you don't like the podcast or whatever. Send them something, a gift or like a text message. Lift them up, make them smile, bring them back to alignment, and that's how you pick up people. Other people, you fix them up, you put them back into place, and you move on. You do that again, you do it again, you do it again. You keep doing it, you keep doing it, you keep doing it, you keep doing it on a daily basis, and eventually it becomes part of your character. And boom, there's this explosion in the universe. Something is about to open up for you, and it's called prosperity. That's how you open prosperity, guys. I just gave you a secret. That's how you do it. Because what happens after that is that it becomes part of your nature, a part of your being. Because when you keep repeatedly do something, it's called the law of rhythm. And smart people know what I'm talking about right now. The law of momentum, also known as law of momentum. And so what happens, law of momentum, you keep repeatedly do it, and then eventually it becomes it. And then you cannot then get rid of it. And that's how it happens. So if it's doing something negative and unconsciously, it's going to become part of you. You cannot get rid of it, guys. All right? You cannot. It's just going to become part of you. And that is a tactic that the demon and the dark forces, dark energy use on this planet Earth with human beings. And that's how they convert your being into a being where that will end up into their dimension by making us do things repeatedly that are negative and will eventually become part of us, and then eventually will land into a dimension that is owned by them. Do you understand how that works? So be very careful with your habits. Habits are really how I can explain where the whole law of rhythm happens. Whatever habits are, better be good habits, because it's going to eventually become part of you. And you will not get rid of it. It will be part of your consciousness. All right? Be very careful. So, few announcements. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the support, for all the love that I've gotten so far. All right. From cousins, from acquaintances, from relatives, and also from friends and coworkers. And other than that, I have gotten few contacts emails through my websites. So I don't know if it's relating to podcasts or not. I haven't checked, but the volume of my emails is like skyrocketed all of a sudden. I have not opened it, but I will definitely respond back to you guys in case if you went to my website and got into contact with me through that. All right. So I will definitely just allow me 7 days. I always say, give me 7 days. And after 7 days, if I don't respond, then get upset. That means I don't care about my listeners. And if you just give me 7 days and I will not reply, that's really when, I mess up with you guys. And I will make sure I don't do that. All right. It is a beautiful morning. I'm sitting in greenery. Like I said in my other podcast, I always record my podcast outdoor in the maximum mood when I'm fully energized and happy and sitting in the nature in the best environment. And the environment right now is called twilight. All right. Twilight. That is the time, my friend, is when things are really happening for you. So start, please, arranging your time and start waking up at the time of twilight and start going into nature in the open sky and experience this twilight. And during that time, that's when your wishes will be granted to you. All right? So just start emitting. You don't have to be saying your Hebrews and your Arabics and your different languages. Just sit down with the energy and just urge for things in your heart through emotions, through energy, and submit it to the skies and then watch. You never know when is the right morning for you. Do not know that. Trust me, that is the magical moment. All right. If you do everything, also remember this rule, guys. All right. If you do things, the right things with the right intention, that's number one. Right things with the right intentions, with the right mindset that aligns towards your destination. That's first and foremost. But other than that, if you do that thing at the right time, at the right day, and during the right month, And during the right environment, when I say time, I mean like the time of the universe, like not the clock's time. I don't mean that time, like 12 to 12 clock time. No, not that one. Like from the morning, from the time, from twilight to your nighttime, to your dusk, is the time is really what I'm talking about. During that time, or even during a night time, there's certain things that can be done at nighttime and you will hit the bullseye with it. So if you do certain things at the certain time of the day, with the right intention, with the right mindset, with the right purpose, I don't see why you can't be successful. I really don't see why you can't be successful, because that's what I've found in the books and that's what I've heard from entrepreneurs. All right. And that's me going to hours and hours and hours of crash courses of seminars. Okay. Pay tickets. All right. Pay tickets. Virginia, Boston, here, there, New Jersey, New York, Manhattan, everywhere. You name it. Because that's where the information is found. Not in a school and universities, guys. True facts of life. I'm sorry I just broke your heart, but that's a fact. Why? Because I've seen this side of the world and your side of the world too. And trust me, they're not teaching us. They're not telling us what we need to do. All right. And the education system, I have studied where it actually came from. Trust me, how it was invented. And if I tell you, you will be homeschooling your kids right now. All right. So this industry was designed because the industrial age was born and they needed slaves. So they said, oh, we need educated slaves. Guys, if you give me a second, I'm going to have a sip of my wonderful orange juice in the morning, in the fresh morning. I'm sitting in twilight with greenery, beautiful environment. I'm looking at the moon and I'm going to have my fresh orange juice, guys. So just a second, please. Okay, so I am back. Thank you for allowing me to replenish myself. Like when you speak for that long, trust me, you need water. Otherwise, your throat just go extremely dry, and then you can't get your words out properly. So anyway, and they said we need intelligent and we need smart slaves, and they said, well, how are we gonna train them to serve the top-notch people that had invaded the land called America? All right, I'm talking about Europeans. Facts. I'm sorry if you're Europeans. I'm so sorry. I speak the truth, guys. I speak the truth. I'm so sorry that you're offended, but facts. All right, it happened. And a lot of mistakes, culture and religions, they all messed up. I know that you guys are not, or Europeans are not the only one who messed up, but they messed up here big time. All right. And there are other cultures, religions, like I said, like I know the whole Arabic community. I know how they messed up and where they messed up, and they're still messing up. All right. And I know what their method of messing up is. They all have done it. We all are equal. So I don't mean to bring, disrespect European friends. All right. So Europe, was really the thing. And they then started institutions called schools. And then they started giving certain levels and things, degrees. And they named those certifications called high school diploma. And then you have got BS, and then you got associates, and then you got master, then you've got, MD's degrees, MBAs, and you got PhDs. So they all, created all of this. But it's all directing towards where? Capitalization, towards slavery. Sell your time for money is really what it's all about. And that's really where you guys need to. Oh, these birds are so wonderful. These birds are so wonderful. Oh my God. Morning symphony. My morning music are my birds. I love these cute birds. Okay, that is healing, guys. That is wonderful. That is why you will constantly hear my pauses. And I remember where I left off. Don't think I forgot. Just listen to these birds. I give you raw and real, okay? So this is raw and real. It doesn't get as real as that. So listen to it. I don't know if the iPhone really is picking up the sound, but I've got a 3D surround sound system of birds right now. It's coming from all angles and directions, and it's the most beautiful experience in twilight, in greenery, in the garden. Top-notch state park of Staten Island. Called Bloomingdale Park. Bloomingdale Park. All right, full greenery everywhere, beautiful sky. It rained yesterday, so I've got a fresh air, new life, new starting. After the rain is always the new beginning, by the way. So if you go and you cry and you cleanse yourself, that means you have cut yourself energetically from your previous experience, and now it's your fresh start, new beginning, new clarity. And that is why, guys, after rain, you will always see things are more clear and vivid, and the plants are more greener. Okay, you will feel that after the next day of the rain. You will feel that. The sun rays will be different also. The clarity is just entirely different. And this is called wisdom. You learn from the nature. You pick up all the messages and signs from the nature, and you apply them in your life, and you flourish like that. All right? And these birds are right now are like, they know I'm talking about them, and they're like, okay, I need more sound, so let's go. So now they're really going at it. Okay, so anyway, so then all these degrees came out, but really, if you're selling time for money, you want to come out of it. All right, and I've explained in my past podcast, in my first episode, for your initial upgrade, I've explained how you do that. First, I've explained achieve something called well-being or wellness, which is a harmony, balance between the mind, soul, and body. Okay, and let me recap it. You have got a soul, your spirit, okay? The messenger, the particle from the source, sitting inside of you in a spaceship called the body, okay? And you have got an intelligence, okay? So you receive information from the messenger, okay? And then you command the mind and the body, the messages that you pick up from the messenger, and you act on them. And your messenger basically has absorbed all the knowledge and information and the books and the experiences of the universe and everything. You take that, okay? And then you take information from your mind, from your intelligence sector. You take everything and you command that body, like, go and now serve it. So you understood that much, right? You got the concept. You got the concept or no? Do let me know if you didn't. Write the comment below, please. And right now I'm looking at the clouds, and the sun is like slowly coming out, and I'm seeing the shade. Like, it's like this perfect color that I can say right now. It's peach color. Okay? The peach color, the clouds are out right now. Okay? It's like this beautiful peach color in this cloud. And that's my friend called real arts. That is called real arts. This is where I'm inspired from. This is where my arts and creativity comes from. Nature. Inspiration straight from nature. And that's what I implement in all my brands and designs that I create. So anyway, so be directed. Don't become the part of the system. Do not do that. Be conscious ones. Be awake ones, okay? Be awake ones. So you got that concept. In this episode, we're going to move on, and we're going to have a continuation subject of that subject. And I want to give you another upgrade, another elevation to your mind by kind of combining the episode 2, where you actually understand the flow, okay, the things that I really need you to know in the flow, what comes first or what comes next. And then I'm going to give you in that flow So disregard if I'm saying in some podcast that my second episode will be on energy. I announced, and it's not on energy because then I said before I give them energy, they need to know certain things prior to it, because if I drop that topic, it'll be too heavy. I need to break it down first and get them slowly over there. I don't want to come too fast, and then I don't want to lose your interest, and your intellectual brain powers will be exploding and going into pieces because you can't even figure out what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the energy. So therefore I said I'm going to do this one first. So now, today we're going to talk about destination. Destination, the journey, the direction. So in the beginning, very like at the start, like right there, very first thing, where you actually start, I'm telling you, where you actually start your journey. Like right now, like I know you're looking for a start point. Okay? Starting point, this is your starting point, guys, if you really want to start, and it is fact and truth, and you know it's the truth, okay? Because I know it's going to pierce through all 7 layers of your body, go straight in your heart. So just keep listening right now. The direction that you need, the very first thing where you need to start is you need to set the direction towards the what? Destination. You need the destination. So without the destination, you can't even start. You're like, where the hell am I even going? So when you leave from your house in your car, like, do you just drive forever and go here and there? Or do you actually like come out with the intention and direction and then go, right? Like nobody just get out and like they have nothing in their mind and they're just like on the road, right? They know either they're going to work or store or wherever, to clinic or this and that, you know? They have their very first thing is what? Very first thing. Oh, I have to go to this place. And then the rest of the journey starts. Just use a logical brain right now. I'm using a logical brain. This is nothing to do with religion, okay? I'm making sense or not? You know I'm making sense. Because if I don't make sense to me, I do not even speak. I'm also speaking to myself. I'm not trying to fool anyone or misguide anyone. All right? So let's set the intention first before we move forward. Oh, the source creator, the who created me. We want to move forward, and through this podcast, we seek nothing but the truth and the only truth. That is the only single truth, that is one, because you are one. There are thousands and millions of type of truths, but the real truth is one, that is yours. And everything is like nothing. Okay, it clashes and crashes and fails and eradicates at the end, but yours always lasts forever. So we're setting intention for the truth, nothing but the truth. If there is any misinformation come along, please avoid us from getting misguided. All right, so intention is now activated, and now let's start the podcast with the topic. Okay. So you start with setting the destination, and you're like, what type of destination is he talking about? How do I even set the destination? All right. Now that's free mentorship, guys, right here. I'm telling you, priceless. I know what I'm giving out is priceless. Trust me. Set the intention. Okay. When you do set the intention, go ahead and set the intention by following instruction that I'm about to give you. And if you don't like it, do not apply it. And if you like it, then take it and apply it. Okay. So it comes with the disclaimer and fine prints. If you like it, keep it. And forward it to your youngsters and tell them if they like it, then forward it to their youngsters. And if they like it, then forward it to their, and then create this ripple effect in the society. Positive ripple effect. If you like that truth that I'm about to tell you. So you want to set the destination first, and this is how you set the destination. It should be, first of all, the riches that you want out of the destination, which is really your mission, all right, and your journey towards. Once you get there, like, what's your even reward? Why did you do so much, like, work? What are you achieving at the end? What did I work for? Like, right? So you need to know that, number one, that when you set that destination, you need to know that it was worth it, and it's totally worth it and beyond worth it. So reward has to be really good, whatever you're going to achieve after that when you get to your destination, because you're going to work really hard to get there, and you don't want to like misguide it. You want to go direct yourself towards that point B from point A, from meaning where you are standing in your life right now. So what's the reward? That's one. And we'll talk about what it should be and how much I'll get there. I'll come back to it. And the second thing should be, is my benefit long-term? Think long-term. Always think long-term. Always think long-term, and always think long-term. All right. What do I mean by that? Meaning, so if you were listening to my podcast, like I've explained, you achieve wellness, and then after achieving wellness, then you go and you break the walls and dimensions beyond financial freedom and personal freedom, and then achieve something called prosperity that I remember. That was the message that I gave you. This whole gist of that whole podcast was that. All right? By being balanced, by being spiritual, and also by being intelligent, logical, and scientific. So balance the both and then do that. And use your intelligence to command the body and command the brain. When I say intelligence, does not mean brain. Intelligence is like a different faculty. Intelligence comes from where? It comes from your subconscious mind, meaning your like consciousness. We'll do a podcast on that. Don't worry about it. What subconscious mind is, and what soul is, where the location in your body, where it resides, and all of that, and how you tap into your subconscious mind and all of that stuff. All right. So it's like a different body. It's not really like, you can't say it's the brain. You can't say that. It's a faculty that requires some workout. Just like the bodily workout, there's a mental workout that requires for you to develop that faculty called intelligence. It takes work. And I work on my intelligence a lot on a daily basis. A lot. Okay? I am always I don't consume junk. I always consume something informational and something healthy. So I grow and develop my intelligence through that. And my actions are inspired always. Inspired actions. Those are not just mediocre actions. Those are inspired by ideas and creativity. So law of the universe is actions. That is only inspired actions are really the key secret for you to be successful. If your action come from the seed of inspiration and liberation and excitement of you reaching the destination, and your destination holds its reward, it has a reward, and it also has long-term planning, meaning you benefit here. Worldly life, meaning the life that is a professional life, I can say. The life of the earth, like here, the life of the earth. And then also when we depart one day, when we sign out, we're like, okay, I'm done. And I'm satisfied. I've laid the seeds here on the planet Earth, which will give me the fruits in the next world where I'm going into. When that happens and you get there and you have achieved a great dimensions over there, higher level dimensions, and you created your next future with good thing, creating a good rhythm, law of rhythm, good habits, and a lot of good things have become part of you now, and you're shining like a star in the next world. Great consciousness up in the open space, the spiritual realm, next to the main source, the throne, the center point. And now you've got a location too, and you are now really, really, really close to the source. Imagine the feeling you'll be having over there. You've achieved it, and that's your direction. Then guess what happens after that? When you act with this type of direction and this type of location and this type of goal and this type of destination, when you set something like that, your actions are what? Triggered by inspiration and liberation and motivation. And then with this energy, you cannot be unsuccessful. Trust me, guys. These are some heavy energies. And I've studied energies, guys. I know the attributes of all sorts of energies. The meaning of my name is energy, guys. And that's what I'm trying to live up to. My grandmother used to say, if somebody must really figure out the purpose of their life, just look at their name and research their name and figure out the meaning of their name and just fulfill that. There are hidden purposes hidden behind their names of their lives. And it will give them their destinations. The final destination, that is in the next world. And a lot of success and prosperity and wealth in this world as well. Which is really just a glimpse and experience that is very quick. Like I said, this is like a glimpse right now. It's like this glimpse, this dream world right now. All right? When you fit that really into your lifespan of your soul and the billions and billions and billions of years that it has traveled to the point where it's now human, and then will have billions and billions and billions of years more to reach to the source. Okay? But not in my case though, and not in your case, because we're going to hit the bullseye in this lifetime. But I'm talking about those that want to experience and enjoy the universe and become different creations and enjoy and be this and that. But my thing is, hit the bullseye, okay? Create your own dimension and chill out with your loved ones over there in the next world. Because you're going to leave them the direction. And if you leave them the direction, and if they follow it after you, guess what? They will meet you exactly where you are. So you'll be chilling at the same destination. This is how you leave footprints behind. Isn't it this beautiful saying, go where nobody is going and open those beautiful dimensions with your thinking and knowledge and leave footprints behind. I don't know who it was though. I think it was Einstein, the father of physics, the creator of law of relativity in Western society. So you need to start by setting goals first. And you're like, what is my final destination? And think at the edge, like the very last thing. Think of the very last thing, the very long term, very last thing where everything ends. And you have achieved it and you have got it, hit the bullseye. Think of that. Okay? And people look at sunsets, but nobody really talk about the dawn. Oh, I saw the dawn today. No, everybody's talking about sunsets. You know why? Because during dawn time, everybody's sleeping. And I want to be the one to promote dawn. Right now is dawn time, and the beauty I'm seeing right now in the sky right now, guys, it's much better than sunset right now. Trust me. The sun is rising. And people don't like that, oh, the day has started, now we have to struggle, so therefore we hate sunrises. No, you will have a terrible day if you do not like the sunrise. Call it dawn. If you have started your day with the dawn at the time of twilight, you will not have a miserable day, trust me. You will have this successful, beautiful day and you will be dancing with the rhythm of life. Guaranteed. And universe is witnessing my words. Universe knows exactly I'm speaking the truth. So arrange your time around the time when it's twilight. And then, do whatever practices you want to do to connect to the planet, to the universe, to your creator. And get your wishes granted. And you never know when is that good morning that will hit your jackpot. Trust me, you never know anything about the timing, but you got to be available for that to receive it. You got to show up. Okay, you have to show up to receive it. You cannot show up and expect it's going to come in your mailbox. It's not going to come in your mailbox. There is no boss, there is no company owner will send you a paycheck for not working in your mailbox. It's not going to happen that way. Guys, stop being lazy, I'm telling you, please. I'm being very straightforward. Dawn. Enjoy the dawn. Do all of that. Listen to the birds. Do all of that. The morning rituals. Do the meditation. Have a good breakfast. Go out running. Go walk. Do whatever that floats your boat, that increases your energy in the morning. Do all of that. And then get ready and throw yourself around people and into the marketplace. So now, the direction. Why did I just tell you all of that? Because it fits into our direction. You have to merge these things, morning ritual, if you want to end up into the right direction. You're going to need this thing that I've told you about, the sunrise and adapting to morning habits and having a strong, good breakfast. Not coffee and chai and all of that stuff. None of that. I used to be that person one time, and when I learned, I quit. I left it, and you guys will not see me with a cup of coffee in the morning anymore. You guys will see me with an orange juice, organic, not from the concentrate in my hand in the morning, with a premium water that will be Evian or Essentia. But Essentia, I'm not touching it anymore because I did some research and I realized that they are adding electrolytes that are like artificially engineered. So no, Essentia, sorry, no more Essentia. Oh, you're overrated, garbage. And then I compared the table with Evian, and I realized Evian is really the water everybody should be drinking, with natural minerals, with natural electrolytes from the mountains, French Alps. It's straight into your bottle from the source. And expensive water. It's one of the expensive water, the most expensive water, I think, Evian. And it's not sweet water because it's natural water. Because if sweet water is like sweet water, you're like, oh, I love sweet water. Trust me, it's not the real water. It's the nakli water, the fake water, the industrial water. The real water is not supposed to be that sweet. So in Urdu, we say khara pani. So khara means something that is kind of a little raw, basically, a little raw. All right? It doesn't have as much sweetness that you're used to in Evian. So get your taste developed, because that is actually the real thing. So your tongues and your flavor buds have been spoiled and destroyed and corrupted and fabricated with this fake junk item called water, industrial water, that we all have been drinking without learning the nutrition value of the water, and without realizing that water is really what runs in our system, that gives power to our organs and our blood and the whole entire system, and needs water and healthy water. And our body absorbs a lot of water. A lot of water is absorbed in our body. And then the toxins of the junk that we are going to the bathroom because the nature is calling, that is really just the empty, blank processed toxins coming out, because the body has absorbed everything it needed. So really think about what is in the water that your body is absorbing. Minerals, electrolytes that are natural electrolytes, or added electrolytes, or added ingredients, or factory processed junk called Poland Spring. But your body is absorbing everything. All right. And this is how the cancer rate is increasing in the world, because nobody's thinking what is your body is absorbing from your foods and from your water. That's another topic. Be very careful what you consume. Be very, very careful what you consume. Very, very careful what you consume. All right. I'm going to have, guys, another sip, and then I'm going to get back to the direction, our direction and destination. So first we are talking about the rewards, and I'll tell you what are you actually achieving. And I'll tell you what you're achieving. Okay, guys, I am back. Thank you so much for a wonderful welcome from you. Not that you are really welcoming me, but why not welcome me? Why not? Give me some good energy too. Why is it that only Siraj has to pass all the positive energy? I need some love too, guys. I'm not the superhero. I love the love and respect and encouragement and positivity and motivation. I love the positive energy that I spread out from the entire world in return. But I don't do it because I want it from myself. I do it because I really sincerely want to do it from my heart. And if I don't do it from my heart, trust me, it's not going to happen to me. Universe knows. You cannot fool the universal laws and the source. It knows if you're real or not. All right? So I'm being honest, all right? I'm being straightforward, very honest. I truly and sincerely want to give it out to my loved ones, my friends and family, and to humanity, to the entire humanity on a global level. Whoever needs it, take it, apply it, and go forward. Why not? Through the thinking. So go forward to the destination. So what is the reward? So the reward is really, 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 I've just like previously said, you are generating something for the future. You're generating something called dimension. Why? Because you have something called willpower. I can prove you with evidence. I'm telling you, disagree with me if you want to, but I'm giving you facts and you cannot deny the facts. I talk with evidence, facts, and logic and reasoning. I don't just fool people around. All right, so let me back you up with evidence here. You have something called freedom of choice, don't you? You can choose whatever you want to choose, unless you argue that you don't, and then we will then have an intellectual talk on that, why you believe you don't, and then I'll explain why I believe you do, and then we will, at the end, whoever is on the truth will definitely win. Because the law of truth is what? When the truth and falsehood collide, only truth is the only element that wins. That is the law of the truth. It does not hide. You cannot diminish it or hide it or cover it or conceal it. Truth always comes out. So whoever is on the truth will win. So what will happen is that one will end up convincing another one. That's what will happen. So anyway, the direction. So what it is that you are achieving when you do that. So here, so you have freedom of choice, and you dominate your freedom of choice by using something called willpower. Now it's getting really deep, guys. I'm going to jump right in. I'm getting into the topic. I'm getting really deep in. I'm going to dissect it. I'm going to close it with the perfect resolution call. Completion, resolution of the thesis. And then we'll close the podcast. I don't care how long it takes. I do not know my timing. I don't time myself. My point is to be satisfied. And when I'm satisfied, I've reached that level, then I end the podcast. All right? And by the way, guys, also I want to tell you that I'm not a professional speaker, so I'm doing the best that I can. So if I have accent or whatnot, or if I'm not pronouncing things properly, or if I'm like, not like doing things the way I'm supposed to, trust me, I'm practicing. I'm new. I have not done this before. I'm not professional, but I'm trying. At least I'm trying. And I will perfect it as time passes by. I will listen to my own podcast and I'll be like, Siraj, fix these things. And Conan O'Brien does it all the time. Conan O'Brien says it has been 20 years, and up until in 20 years of NBC taking interviews from international celebrities, top class celebrities. And Conan O'Brien is still saying, after 20 years, I'm still improving. There's a lot to learn. I still make mistakes. Conan O'Brien is saying that some things I try work and some things I try don't work. So guys, do not expect me to be perfectly professional and like try to pinpoint, the fault finding things and then be like, oh, Siraj is not credible because of whatever, he just said, or, like fault finding things. Please don't go do that. Just listen to the message first on a logical level. Be present, please. I'm about to dive in. So so do you accept that you have that? Okay, you also have something called intelligence. You also accept that you do, unless you say, okay, oh, I don't, and I'm on the level of animals. And I have 2 legs and two foot, and I'm a 4-legged animal. Because they're understanding they have IQ, and the next thing is us. So it's either us or them. Or either you can say, oh, I'm the angel. And I have no willpower or freedom of choice, but I do have a lot of intelligence. But no, you have intelligence and you also have freedom of choice called willpower. Got that much? Okay, logically speaking. Did I make sense? Do you accept it? Facts. Nobody can deny those things. And like I said, if you do want to deny it, please email me, call me. All right. Now, so if you have all of that, then how I don't see why we are not capable of creating our future in the next life, create our dimension, and also create our bodies by using intelligence, by commanding the mind, by listening to the messages from the messenger, the inner guidance system that we have called in the name of messenger, that is the life force, came out of God particle. That's why the scientists use this term called God particle. It's a scientific term I'm using, and you scientist friends know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about God particle right now, the Ru. Okay? So you have that is really, really, really helping you out, and it has given you fuel called life, and giving you intelligence and giving you love. By the way, love is also very important here. When I say love, I mean your heart, and your heart has a whole emotional navigation system. And basically, the higher your emotional IQ is, the stronger your heart is on an emotional level, the higher your IQ is. And the higher your IQ is, the higher your wisdom is. So you know how intelligence, so they will not teach none of that to you in mainstream market school industry, academic school, called the slave creators of the world, called the schools. They will not teach you this. They will teach you, yes, about IQs, yes, about the brain, yes, but not the secrets, not the inner world. They will not tell you that. They will not develop that part of your brain. They will not do that. Because they want you to be what? Machines. What is machines? When you're imbalanced, only left-hand side is developed, which is logical, rational, scientific, mechanical. Everything needs to be part and pieces and components, you know? So they develop that side, so you become machines. And they do not touch your emotional side, called the right hemisphere of the brain, which has all the good things, the secrets. The creative side, the emotional side, the nurturing side, the mother side, the sensitive side. They don't let you develop that. Therefore, we lack emotional IQ. Therefore, we lack wisdom. And therefore, our decisions and directions are not balanced, and we become machines and slave of the matrix, called the program, the glimpse, the dream. So, do I make sense so far? I think I do, because I'm making sense to myself so far. Okay? And I think on a very high, deep level, and until I do not make sense to myself, I do not get satisfied. And I repeat myself until I make sense to myself. Oh, look at these. Hear these birds. Take a pause. Take a sip of water, or like a juice, or something like, just, take a break for a second. Let's take a pause for the cause. Let's tune back into the now, into the current moment, okay? Let's be present again. Let's tune in again. Okay, if you need to pause, go ahead and pause, take a break, and come back and then continue. But I will continue. I'll go ahead and continue. So then... So the direction, so you admit so far that you have intelligence and something called love, wisdom, and you have a high IQ, hopefully. If not, please don't worry, you'll be fine. Just start working on it. Just keep listening to my podcast. I will teach you everything. Trust me. It's never too late. As long as you're alive and you have a new day, you got a new shot. You can always start now. You're never too late. All right? And when you start it, trust me, the whole entire universe will be working for you. Is that a type of a path, force field, that will be working for your favor once you start that journey that I'm about to explain, the destination. How to set that destination. And why. So far I have intellectually proven through evidence that we have freedom of choice that nobody can take from me. If somebody forcefully tell you that you cannot eat this chicken and eat vegetable, brother, and if you ended up doing that, you have given them something called your power, which you shouldn't have done. That next person has no rights over you to tell you what you should and shouldn't do, and what you should wear, and how you should speak, and this and that, and all these other people are telling other people what to do, what not to do. Trust me, you guys are not in something called personal power. And you guys need to start standing up for yourself gracefully. Do not disrespect the next person, gracefully. Reason with them and explain them that I'm sorry, you have no right to tell me these things. That's my style. Okay, these birds are like now Okay, now they are gathering each other. So they are done with the whole morning meditation and this and that. And now they're talking amongst each other. And they are creating their agenda for the day. That where the food is distributed, where are we going to eat food? What's the deal? So they are creating a networking right now through the chirping that I understood right now. And I have something called very high emotional IQ and very high level of wisdom. And I'm able to understand certain things. Don't ask me how. I work really hard. I had an 18 years journey, painful journey to get to where I am today on emotional IQ. And I also took care of my mental IQ as well. And in my company, my boss knows my mental IQ. All right. He has told me himself that you have really great IQ. Intellectual IQ, the professional IQ, along with emotional IQ. And I want you guys, and trust me, it's possible for you guys. And if you have already achieved it, good for you. I'm really excited for you. So I'm not saying I'm this big hotshot. I've still got a lot of work ahead of me. And with you, we are all in the same bus, like I said before. We are all in the same bus, guys. I am not hotshot. I'm still trying to make it happen, just like you. Trust me. So let's do it together. Why not? Let's set the destination, and the destination is what? The destination that you will create for yourself through something called freedom of choice, and through something called intelligence, and through something called the thinking and the mindset that you have, and through the right intention within the proper ethics. So ethics has codes. I don't want to get into ethics right now. Ethics have different codes that if you follow them, you hit the bullseye. All right. That's a long chapter, a long podcast, a crash course, guys. So ethics, basically, if I was to define, you have got this very ethical manner of serving your goals towards, that it aligns towards your destination. Okay, and it's not like something that is like straying you from your purpose, from your final destination. That's one. And also what you want to make sure is this. That your destination where you are going, that you are creating here right now in this experience called our life, which is really a very short film, a bridge towards the main destination. And as you go through this bridge, you improve the life of people, and also advance the planet Earth before you leave and depart into the another dimension where you will actually have the riches and fruits from the seed that you have planted here. So you will get the side effects over there. Which is literally a law of side and effects. The scientists call this the law of side and effects. Every action has reaction. And if you really apply this law the right way, you can create your future, which is eternal, forever, into the right dimension, into the positivity, into the real world, into the real life, where you will be given a real full location, a place with complete freedom. Complete freedom. Like, meaning you make your own decisions completely. Depending on the decisions you are making here. So if you are making negative and wrong decisions, and you are misusing the information, and you are like, you're really out there to make, you're selfish, and it's all about you and your family, and really that's all it's all about, then trust me, it's not like going to happen for you. It's not going to happen for you. Because that's according to the law and a cause and effect. It has to be involving humanity. It has to come from a place of love and intelligence. So it's really like, why do you think I'm doing all of these non-profit things? Because I'm like planting my seeds. I'm planning for the next dimension. While I'm also trying to be successful here by doing goodness physically to the people as much as I can. Whether it's a message or a podcast or my contents, or if I'm earning money at my workplace where I work and earn something called halal, legitimate, not prohibited, legitimate income. I work hard, I do all of that, and I also do non-profit. I'm doing both together. You never know when the game is up. You never know when it's over. If you're not conscious. And if you're really consciously going, trust me, you can live a really long life. And you can be the master of your life, trust me. And you will say, oh, it's all designated and designed for you. Then go study the biography of Nuh and Noah. Okay? And don't tell me that it was written for him and God had given him this long life of 700 to 900 years. All right? 9 centuries in some books. No, it was not given to him. He had tapped into something called immortality. Just like Jesus Christ did. Just like Imam Mahdi did. They had all tapped into immortality. All right? And a lot of Chinese masters have done that too. Study Taoism, guys. Chinese masters, the dynasties, the golden era of China. And you will see that their masters had also on the mountains had achieved immortalities. So it was not given to these special people because they were in the form of angel, guys. They were not angels. They were in a body, in a physical form. They were just like us. All right, nothing special was happening for them. Whatever is happening for you is whatever was happening for them. They were the determined ones. They worked hard day and night and cracked the codes and accessed things. They slept little and they did something called ghar fikr. Or ghar fikr means they were curious about things, the signs of the universe, and they cracked it. And they basically bypass the passwords of mortality, and they can have this life. So I don't believe in this very limited belief system that okay, numbers are given to you, and then you will certainly die on that number. Nope. Okay, so don't crack into immortality. Don't be Noah and Noah and like Jesus and like Imam Mahdi. Don't be one of these personalities, okay? Because it's really high achievers. I'm sure it's really hard work, and I'm sure that we have already wasted a lot of time and we are not getting there. Trust me. Maybe we are. I don't want to say something negative because I do believe in miracles, and it can probably happen within a second. If you believe that, then it will work out for you. If not, then it will not work out for you. So believe whatever you believe will happen. Whether you think you can or you cannot, will happen. And so if you do not believe in that theory, then at least you believe in the theory that the creator, the source, the Ilahi had created you with the designated number. At that age, you will certainly die. Even if with that theory, trust me guys, still we do not make it to that number because we eat the junk food. So let's say if the universe didn't give us the access to the immortality and universe had decided our age, let's say 80, that we're gonna our age spent by destiny, if it's already pre-written. Okay, according to that theory and ideology, even if according to that, if it's written 80 years, even then we don't even reach to 80. We pass out and we sign out and we depart at the age of 65 or 50 or even 40s because we are so reckless. No direction, no destination, and no journey. That's what happens. You do not reach the designated age that was written for you by the universe, and through the recklessness, you reduce your age and time, and now you're out, done, finish, game over. Too late, cannot reverse. Time cannot be changed. Once lost, cannot be restored. Time. Unless you have learned to live above the time and space dimension, and then you can really have a lot of time. Trust me, you can escape the time and dimension, time and space dimension. People have done that. It's easy. It's very easy. You can do that. You can live on this planet Earth while living and beyond the barriers of time and space. This earth planet has something called time and space. In spiritual world, there is no time and space. It's a different time and space. It's a different thing, different calculation system over there. It's where you don't ever age and you are always in the moment, meaning it's always the isness, meaning it's this one moment that is consistently, it's a long one moment. Okay, isness is the word that philosophers use. And Top Notch, this book writer who is really popular now, I forgot his name, and you should really read this book, and I'm giving you the secrets right now. Filter the knowledge, don't take everything, but read this book called The Power of Now. By who? I forgot the name of the author. Edgar Tolle or something like that. I forgot. He's really good. All right. And he talks about what isness is, being in the now. So I've just given you a secular information for you to go and read. If you think I'm talking jumbo dumbo hippie stuff, then I just gave you something factual that he breaks it down into scientific manners in that book called The Power of Now. I've read it. If you don't have it, I've got it. I'll let you borrow it if you're in my area. You can read it and then return it back to me once you're done. The Power of Now, the most powerful knowledge you can find about your mind and how really things work. The Power of Now. And he's also saying, prepare for the next dimension. Set the destination. They all are saying the same thing. All the smartest people in the world are saying the same thing. Start living in the isness. Start living in the now. And when I say start living in the now, I don't mean do not plan for the future and start living in the now. What I really mean is that just stay in your flow. Just stay in your flow and set the destination. And destination which you will create by something called freedom of choice. By creating actions, by creating good ripple effects in this plane. By creating something called seeds, which people will benefit after you have left and it survives somehow. I'm using technology. All right. And I will plan it all out really well. Trust me. And I'm trying to find a way where I can make sure that all my data, information, and content remains on the internet world forever. And I'm going to figure this out and I'm going to put it all there. On multiple platforms, all right? And then like strong platforms. And then, let's see where it goes. So that's the seed I'm planting. What's your seed? I'm also going to plant many other seeds. That's only one project, few projects. I have many more seeds because I want a lot of fruits. I want different variety of fruits. I want this melting pot of salad with this top like high class salad. Like with kale and spinach and what else you've got? Kale, spinach, and what's my favorite? This spring salad, which has everything in there. And arugula. How can I miss on arugula? Arugula, really good leaf. A little expensive, but really worth it. Okay, and kale and spinach. All right, and then you've got the lettuce and the other ones, the major basic ones. With all the, full premium salad with dressings, all types of dressing, whatever you like. You go with that. And that's really the whole idea here. All right, that's really the whole idea here, guys, if you're really understanding. And I'm sorry about the background noise. I can't believe you have a morning pollution somewhere in somewhere nearby. I think the truck is cleaning. One of those cleaning trucks are cleaning the parking lots or something, and it's loud. So allow me a second so I can roll up my window and really just get to my point and finish my podcast. Excuse me, guys. So raw and real, that's really what it's all about here, Raw and real. You guys are listening to my car and the windows rolling up and this and that. It doesn't matter as long as you understand the concept and the message. The rest is all like I call this the drama. The drama. I don't like drama. Like just, do it quick, Like I don't have too much time for editing and this and that. So I like to just do it in one flow, in one go, and boom, right there, one content ready. And then generate it, make it simple. Generate it straight from your iPhone. I've got 2 iPhones. One is for my content and one is for my other one. And I do not waste my technology. I apply it as a tool, guys. Get a lot of technological tool and start using them. I'm telling you. All right. This is where you will be transferring your ideas and messages to for the future coming generation. It's called the internet world, guys. I'm telling you. That's what's coming next. The technological world. So in this, phone, in this phone, I generate the videos from a podcast. Without the computer, phone can do that much. Trust me. Mobile technology. I'm tapping into mobile technology. Forget the computers. That's old school now. But Macs are still, in function for designers and this and that. For the creative world, MacBook are like your Mac, your home desktop Macs. Mac PCs and MacBook Pro. That's still like top notch right now. In technology and computers, and that's really all that's working. The rest is just like I don't even understand. It's a joke. The Microsoft and everything is a joke. But anyway, I don't want to get into technology. My message is that use technology, have as much as you want as a tool, as long as you're making that as a resource that aligns with your mission. That is the journey towards the destination. What is the destination that you're carving right now in this plane called the Earth? Oh, this cloud looks wonderfully, beautifully bright. And I love it, every bit of it. And I am totally like lost in its beauty right now as I'm recording this podcast. And it's like I said, it's raw and real and original. And I'm so inspired right now. So destination is you create by, the more you do it, if you want like a higher level things, then you need to solve higher level problems of the society. All right, that's really how it goes. And that's how there's something called ranking. All right, universe has ranking. It has a ranking system. And based on that ranking system, you have your location and dimension in your spiritual world, depending on how close and how far you want your destination from the source field, where the center of the universe, where the pure light energy is, where everything is. That energy, how close do you want to create it to that location? Depends on how high level problems do you solve of the society. And then also you're also being successful in this world. Okay? And you are also being successful in this world by creating something that benefits you here, but also does it in the next realm as well. One stone and you got 2 birds. That they say in English. I don't like the saying though. It's really like like it's unhumane saying. Why would you want to kill the birds? I should say it in a different way. 1 arrow and 2 targets achieved with 1 arrow. That's the approach that should be taken to achieve both. And how do you do that? So you invent an idea, whether it's like an invention in a physical form, or it's an intellectual property in an information age, it's on the computer, or whether it's a podcast or whatnot, or any tool or any service you generate. Any service that you generate that helps the humanity. You provide a service that helps the humanity. And you also get its return. you also get its return. Now, a lot of you are thinking what I'm thinking right now, and I thought about this, that you have basically sold something to the world, and you sold something to the world, and you made money off of it, and now you're thinking how I'm gonna go into the next world by selling and making money. You're thinking that. No, guys, I'm telling you, wealth is not a dirty, evil thing. It is not. Trust me, it's not. Because in this era and age, you cannot do goodness without money. You need to be rich. Okay? So what you really do is you create an idea, service, or a product that serves the humanity, but you do it in a platform on a professional manner, on a very private, on a very low profile level, as low as you can do it on, but privately, not with the government and not with the Illuminatis, privately. Okay? And you do that, and you provide that, and it helps them some way or another going forward into the right direction, to the right destination where you are also want to go. So it has to hold that idea. Your invention has to hold that idea so that you can get the positive ripple effect back to you, and then you get a fuel and you go where you need to be. Call the law of compensation, also known as the law of karma. I think it's the 4th law of the universe or something. I'll do the podcast on the law of the universe. 12 laws of the universe will be discussed. Whole 2 hours lecture will be given for free. You can do that. You can make that choice. There is nothing wrong with that. Or you can do it for free in a form of non-profit. And then you can do it for free, like the way I'm doing it. Like, you can do it in a form of non-profit and believe that somehow universe will compensate you for your efforts some way or another. And it will definitely open the door of its abundance to me some way or another, somehow in future. Because according to the law of compensation, I know something will happen for me. So I don't need to collect and ask for money from you guys and ask you to like give me donations and blah, blah, blah. No. But if you guys want to gift me, that is all your personal option. And if you say, Siraj, this is a gift and not a donation, I will accept it. And in one of my websites, I have a donation button which people use to donate me money. What happens in those things? The reason why it says donation is because that's the only button that you can find on the internet, like the in the transactional world, in the interactive transactional world that is information technology based. They don't have a button that says gift, please. Maybe I should invent one and be like, you know what? Now you have a new technology called gifts are welcome and not donations. So gift I'm ready to take. Gift I'm not going to say no to, because that's coming to me from the universe through you guys. I'm going to take all of it. I'm not going to let that go if it's coming. But I'm not doing it for money. Like I said, it's non-profit. That is not my intention, guys. That is not my intention. But yes, if eventually Google and YouTube and all these platforms, electronic platform at some point in the future decides to send me paychecks, all right, sure, thank you, welcome, I will receive it, sure. Because it's coming to me, again, I'm not going after it. I'm not going to say no to it either. Because I know if it's pure, if my message is clear, coming from a clean intention, I know it's going to happen eventually. And even if it doesn't happen, I'm still okay with that. Because if it doesn't happen through there, it's going to happen through the universe. One way or another, it's going to happen for me. Trust me. It's already happening. The process already started. I have started the podcast. Wasn't that one another step closer to my abundance and prosperity? It's a big project that I've launched, guys. It's a big project. Great idea. Just dropped to me and I said, I'm going to go do it. I'm going to go and I'm going to do it. I'm not just going to sit with my idea and then my idea will rotten and then the universe will be like, this guy's not going to do anything. So let me take this idea, give it to someone else who's actually going to do it. And that's how ideas work, guys. Ideas are not going to be with you if you do not marry with them. If you not adopt them, apply them, it will sit with you for a couple of days and then it will go into someone else's mind who really is attracting it. And it will go and they will use it if you don't use it. And I said, I'm going to use it right away. So I went for it right away. Instant action. Instant idea, drop, instant action and practicality. I nailed it. I took it. I said, nobody was going to take this idea from me. Because I've earned it. And now the universe is right. And my intelligence is telling me now it's time for you to launch big. And give the world your thinking, your mindset. Because that's all you have really gained all these years. In 38 years, that's really all you have gained. And in the process, maybe something magical will definitely happen for me. And when it does happen for me, I'm going to take all of you, show you the direction, pull you right back up to the location where I'm at. I'm not going to leave you guys alone. And I want you guys to do the same thing to your youngsters, to your friends and fellows that really want to, go up there somewhere into closer to the dimension, to the source, by using a freedom of choice, by making a decision by a power called willpower. You have a willpower, guys, and you have full freedom. You're free human beings with power, with intelligence, with spaceship called the body. Command the body and start serving. It starts serving the humanity. Please, I'm serving the humanity through this nonprofit website and through insidewithinsights.com, through IamIdealDreamer.com, through HusseinIsHumanity.com. Okay? All right? Through my photography, SirajPhotography.com, by giving you pure natural beauty. By helping you design your logos and brands with full, complete meaning behind the brands, by having a company called Rizvi Designs LLC or RizviDesigns.com. Like, I work after work. Don't think I sit. When my clock ends at 6 o'clock is when my work starts. And 6 to 12 I work. Because that's the window where you're going to escape from. Trust me, that is the only window you have got. I've got no television, no Netflix, none of these dramas. Nope. Only discipline, high discipline, full discipline. Because discipline is really going to take me places towards something called freedom, independence, financial freedom, personal freedom, and prosperity and abundance. I'm not making this up. I've heard it from the top-notch billionaires. They said our first ingredient was personal discipline. And commanding the body through using something called intelligence, commanding it, and then really going at it. Focused, laser sharp focus going forward towards a destination that they set. Okay? Advancement, guys. You need mental upgrades, consistent conscious upgrade. So set the direction, and your destination is to be successful here in the next world where we are going into. Unless you believe that after death there is no life, nothing's going to happen, and you don't believe in the unseen, you can say that and you can exit my podcast right now, because you're really not the one who I'm really trying to target right now for you to be successful. Go look for other ideas. Go follow what you believe in. I wish you good luck with your journey, and I hope that you get guided towards the right direction and that do not waste your future called the next world, where you can have the full complete freedom and a given destination and your full authority for you to enjoy times 10, maybe times 1,000, depending how well you do it here. More the seeds, more the plants, more the fruits. That's a simple way I can explain this. That's the most cleanest, simple layman English I can use to explain you this through this analogy. So we are directed towards the source, and this happens to you where you're giving the entire freedom and you're giving a destination and the location after the whole process occurs, where you meet the main source, the creator, the Ilahi, the source field, the intelligent being behind the intention called the earth, the universe, that we all are bounded under through the laws of the universe, and through the whole thing. And then you are given a place, your permanent location, eternal thing, forever. If you are worthy of it, unless you are you travel into another dimension, and then you are just like lost in darkness and you have no existence. So that's really what darkness is. Darkness is what? Absence of light, and absence of light is darkness. And darkness, if you want to really break it down more further down into depth, darkness is nothing but absence, complete absence, nothingness, like deadness. It's death. This is really what darkness is, death. Meaning no purpose, no existence. It's like completely darkness. It's really deep and scary place. You do not want to end up there. And I hope you don't, and I wish you the best. I really intend for all of my listeners and the whole entire humanity not to end up there. Trust me. Even the worst enemies do not want to end up in the dark dimensions, where you're just lost. You do not have eternity, but you somehow still exist. You know you exist, but you are dead at the same time. It is such a sad state of consciousness. You do not want to end up there. You're alive in darkness, and you know nobody's watching you, and there is no nur, light, none of that. There is no source over there. You're completely cut off. You're like in this jail of the universe in darkness, but you are feeling it, and you are there forever. Think about eternity. Done. Game over. Done. That's your final place. I do not wish that even for the worst of the worst people of the planet. That dimension is that scary. But people do end up there. Trust me, there are a lot of people end up there. Unconscious people, not the conscious ones, unconscious ones. Not the ones who use intelligence and then obey the messages from the messenger, and through their intelligence and through processing things properly and through using critical thinking by a tool called intelligence, and then command the body to go and serve and fulfill it. And not for them. They're not going to end up there. And these are the people that create their dimension in the perfect place after meeting the source towards the main, destination. So what's your destination before we end this podcast? Your destination is, first, you need to set the dimension. Why? Destination, not dimension. You need to set the destination. You need to set the destination, and the top-notch, high-level destination. The VIP, you want the manor in the Beverly Hills or somewhere in Malibu Beach. These are the examples, analogies I'm using. Trust me, over there it's 10 times, thousands times much better than Malibu Beach. If you really want to end up in that type of dimensions and areas, then you need a mindset, and you need a direction, and you need that equipment in your head that will direct you towards your destination without any distraction, straight towards the destination, towards the path. With the journey towards the destination on the right path. By inventing something and resolve. If you want to be millionaire, then go ahead and solve million problems. You'll be a millionaire. Go ahead and solve million problems. And it's possible you can do that. You can serve the humanity and get paid for your work. You have done both. You got your paid for your worth, and then you also laid the seeds for your future. You did both things at the same time. One arrow, two targets. Why? Because of the mindset. You have set the destination, part one. You set your goals, you set and then you write down the plan, how you're going to get there. What are your goals? Get a notebook, start writing things down. What are your tools, resources, and methods that you want to use in this world to get there? And then go at it with your full full throttle speed. Just go at it and get it. Full focused, with full belief that you will get it. And trust me, you will. And the door of abundance will open up for you. You can do it that way, or you can do it the way I'm doing it. I'm doing it in a way where I'm doing it in a form of non-profit. I do not want it, because I believe that if I keep doing the right thing, and I'm coming from a place of truth and power, and I'm also coming from a place of sincerity, and also coming from a good intention, and working within the boundaries of my moralities, and I'm very ethical in the way that I'm conveying my message. If I do all of these things, I do know that one day universe will open its door of prosperity onto me in this world. And if it doesn't, I'm still happy. I'm content. Because I know what I'm getting for later on when I reach my destination. I know what I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go get it. I'm worried about my destination. I don't care what I get along the journey. Like if I'm getting a cold drinks, or I'm getting a Mercedes Benz, or what this and that. But I do want all of those good things though, trust me. I'm telling you guys, I want a G-Wagon and I want S-Class. And I do not want S500, I want S63. V12, turbo engine, full power, premium, complete top-notch premium in S-Class. It's called S63. And then I also want G-Wagon. I talk about my dreams in my other podcast. I want all of it. Why not? These are really the tools and equipments that I will be using to serve towards the purpose. So why not use the high-class tools? Nothing is wrong with that. As long as it is your tool, using it with the right intention, with the right mindset to fulfill your purpose towards a journey, it is your tool. Then it's fun. Then it's not attached to your desires and your stupid wishes and this and that and being this macho and show off. It's not one of those things. Then it becomes your tool, and it becomes a very strong and sturdy tool, but crafted by mankind, crafted by the top creative people in the world. Hand craftsmanship is interior design. Your leathers are stitched through the hands. Your whole dashboard is handmade, crafted. Why not? I want the best of the tools. Reliable tools. Why not have the convenience during the journey towards the destination? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a choice you can make. But if you don't want the extravagant things and this and that, then it's also your choice. But I think if it's coming to you from the universe in a form of gift, I say go grab it. Go grab it. Why not? I'm not going to miss out on that. But I'm not going to go effort and kill myself over S64 and G-Wagon and this and that. I'm not killing myself over this worldly objective of materialistic sick life. I'm not going to kill myself over that. No. Nope. So it's the mindset. It's now you just got your secondary, upgrade today. I gave you another mental shift towards where I really need you to start thinking from. And this mental shift that I've given you today, I hope that has upgraded your conscious mind to the next level. And we will talk about in one of the podcasts. I don't know if it's going to be the next one or not or whatever, but I will certainly do one podcast on subconscious mind. Okay? So now I'm going to end this this lecture. Because I'm getting a lot of noise pollution from the vehicles and this and that. Now people are up and running and creating this disharmony in the nature. And now I need to end the podcast with this positive note towards the humanity, where we have discovered two ways to approach and go towards the destination. One approach is the approach where you do it during no profit, non-organization, and you do it for free, and then you believe that somehow something will happen to you through the universe, through your effort, because you are coming from an intention, pure intention, and you're also doing on a daily basis, serving the humanity through positive thinking, through positive mindset, and through inspiration and motivation and good energy. So this is what I'm putting out, and this is what I want to receive. And along with that, I also want to, so the more knowledge I give you, the more I will get. So that's really the law of karma and law of reaction is really what's, I'm working under. And then I also try to give out money too, as much as I can, to the needy ones, those who are in need. And the more you do that, then you will also get more wealthy in that area. Wherever you open your accounts with the universe, you will get more and more and more in that area, according to the law and reaction, according to the law of compensation, according to the law of karma, however you're going to call it. And this is how you open doors, by using laws of the universe. This is how important it is for you guys to know the law of the universe. Why don't we do an episode, the next podcast, and do it on 12 laws of the universe, guys? If you guys really want me to do it, do let me know. Privately message me, leave a comment, whatever it is that you need to do. And then I will come up with that. And because that's the basic, you need to know the law of the universe in order to understand my future podcasts. And then you will really know what I'm talking about. So that's a prerequisite that you need to know right away. So start. I'm leaving you with some homework, guys. Start your plan. How you're going to do it. Create methods and strategies to reach your destination, which I have already explained how you create it through your freedom of choice by fulfilling your life purpose. And you cannot fulfill your life purpose if you're selling your time for money. And how do you attain it? You attain it when your work hour is over and your real work start after 6. I work after work in order to get out, in order to get to where I need to be. And otherwise, I will die in mediocrity. I call this life mediocre life. Mediocre life. I work after work and I work my ass off. And that's how you do it here, because your time is the real currency, guys. Money is not the real currency. Your time is the real currency. It's being stolen from you, from all of us. Unless we wake up and through this revolutionary detoxifying knowledge and take it and apply it, we will always be living a mediocre life. And we will never be free. We will be slave of the society. All right? That's what's going to happen to us. And we don't want that. We are free beings with our free will, with freedom of choice. And it's all being stolen in front of our eyes, from our nose. Right under from our nose is being stolen. Our time, your real currency. So start using it wisely, guys. Start managing time. Start scheduling things. Start using technology. Hey Siri, remind me this reminder, remind me that reminder. Set it all up. Write it all down on your notebooks. And then just, learn to manage time. I'll do a podcast on how to manage time management. It's an important thing I've learned in my business class. That's the first thing they taught us. Successful people have time management. It's a skill. It's an area. It's an organization. It's a skill called organizing your time. Unless you don't know how to manage your time, you're not going nowhere. Or if you do end up getting somewhere without managing time, that means it took you a very long time to get there, when you could have really gotten there in 10 years and now you've gotten there in 30 years. Why? Because you didn't manage your time properly. So managing time can save you a long journey. Trust me. Your time is money. There's a reason why they say that your time is money. Money is time and time is money. And I know the value of the saying. It's true. All right. Anyway, guys, we have learned I have recapped it, and you go towards the destination. I wish you all best of luck towards the destination. Go ahead and set up that destination and the dimension, the highest level where we are all going to end up. Okay. And be the shining star of the universe. The shining star. So when we do sign out and we leave this dimension, instead of believing the stupid ideology where everything comes to an end after your death and there is nothing more, you can adopt to that, and then you can live that fact, your truth, your belief, that one, or you can live the beautiful one, the one I explained, where you live forever, for eternity, because you're a shining star of the universe. All right, I'm going to go with the second one, the shining star of the universe, because that resonated with me more. That has more hope, that has more reality and love to it, and positivity to it. And it gives me good energy, which is an evidence and fact that it gives me life. If something gives you life, it's truth. Trust me on that. It's natural. So something is synthetic and then something is natural. Natural is whatever comes through the universe is natural, or whatever comes from the stupid ideologies of mankind is synthetic thinking. So when you feel like excited and more than you are and energized and motivated, that means that was the truth. And when you feel diminished, your mood is down, that means it was some sort of like negative force. There is always a solution to everything. There is always the good news at the end of the journey. And people say the journey is dark and it's negative and it's this and that, and reality and the facts and the truths are dark. Yes, they are dark also, but the reality and facts are also has light. So it depends which one you like, and that one you go for. Okay? Because the law of duality has black and white. I'm going for the white and the light, and that's where I'm going. And I want you guys to get in the bus so we all can go together. All right? Thank you, humanity, my wonderful friends, my uncles from Pakistan, and my father especially. And on a humanity level, all around the world. I love you all so much. And I care for you, my wonderful humanity. I really hope that you liked it, all right? Have a great, wonderful journey towards your destination. Build your plan. Set it all up. If you guys need my help, I'm all there for you. Before you go, please hit the subscribe button and a bell next to it. And if you like the podcast, please go forward it to other people that you think will understand, because now you have approved it and liked it. And if you didn't, I'm sorry. Do not listen to my next one. And also, I'm sorry that I have offended you in any way, and you didn't agree, and if we didn't get along, and your journey is not separated from me. I'm extremely sorry about that. But I do wish you best of luck, and I really hope that you find your destination, the perfect truth. All right? I wish you all the truth. I wish you all the truth, and I wish you all the truth. And this is where I wanted to end my podcast. And I'm now fully satisfied. So we have enjoyed a lot today, and that's what RDK is all about. Being honest, true, genuine, raw, and real, and dissecting and analyzing things through two dimensions called the realm of philosophy and also the realm of science. All right? And this is how we come together and balance it, and we go and attain the truth and dissect it and hit the bullseye. And today we did that perfectly. I'm satisfied. So I'm going to end this at this point. You guys have a wonderful evening, and love each other, and take care of the old ones, and take all the prayers from your elder ones, your parents, and your father and your mother, especially. Please. Your father and your mother. And if they're not alive, then maybe they're brothers and they're sisters. Your mother's brothers and sisters, or your father's brothers and sisters. I'm sure someone is alive from their generation, from their bloodline. Go and get prayers from them. And do all the best you can for the humanity at no cost. Unless you sell it, and that's also okay. Unless you exchange it. But it's a very limited wealth. It's very limited. It's not fun, trust me. It's not fun. So you want abundance and you want prosperity. You want the wealth through the universe directly coming to you in a form of good luck. All right? I wish you all good luck. Have a fortunate life, guys. I love you all. Bye-bye.